Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a text wrap in Adobe InDesign. So let's get right to it. I have Adobe InDesign open with the page open. I'm going to bring in some text, get on my text tool, go to text box. I'm going to fill this text with some placeholder text just so that we have it here. And then I'm going to bring in a photo that we want this text to wrap around. So I'll go to File and Place. I will look for a photo in my hard drive, which happens to be this photo here from Photoshop. Open this up. Oops. Don't want to open it in that text box there. So I'll kind of click and drag approximately the size I want. And you can notice right now that there is no text wrap on this. If we go up here, we can see that the default setting is no text wrap. So if I drag this photo and I bring it into this text, you notice that it just goes on top of the text. So that's not what we want. I'm going to select this text and kind of move it off to the side here so I can show you how to create custom handles around this object here so that it will repel. So the very first thing you want to do is select the object with the selection tool, and then go up here to wrap around bounding box. So we'll select that. And what that did is applied a text wrap to this photo here. But because this photo is square or rectangular, if I bring in the text now and place it here, you can see how the text is repelling this photo, but it's only repelling the box, the photo box that it's in. It's not kind of going around the curve like what we want. So what we need to do is kind of create some custom handles here. And the way we're going to do that is with the pen tool. So we'll go over here into our toolbar and we'll grab our pen tool. So with this selected, we're going to grab our pen tool. And if you noticed, what happened was, and let me zoom in here a bit, you can see that this line got very thin. And so now we're able, when I touch the line with my pen tool, it gets, you'll see the plus sign there. And I'm going to just touch and put some points all around here. I'm going to add, several points. So some here and here. So I'm going to go down here and just randomly place points along this line here. I don't know how many we're going to need, but I'll just place them, a bunch of them here. Okay, so I placed all these little points or nodes or whatever, and then I'm going to get my direct selection tool here, and I'm going to hover over those nodes, and I'm going to start dragging them in and kind of dragging them around the shape that I want to create. So as you can see, I'm grabbing these points, and you can move these points anywhere you want. You can kick it in there, bring that around there. So you can see what you'll probably want to do is set a bunch of points. Kind of move that there, move that around there. Bring that up, bring that around, okay, and so forth. And you might need some more points, but that ought to do it right there. Okay, so what I've done is I've created this kind of shape, and the shape doesn't have to be perfect. But now that I have this kind of shape around here, I'll get back on my selection tool, and let me back out. And now bring the text over here, and you can see that it's now wrapping around that shape. Now, if I, again, zoom in here a little bit, Again, if I select this box, you can see how it's repelling, how the text is repelling this line here. If I want to make some adjustments, I'll just go back on my direct selection tool, and I can move these points in, and the text will automatically readjust itself. So as you can see, it did so there. I can bring this in. Okay, now if there's the words are too long, nothing's going to happen. But if I brought this in and maybe drop this up higher, you can see that maybe this line will scoot up and snake in there a little bit. See that? So now if I take my guides off, which is, or get on my selection tool, take my guides off, hit the W key, now you can see, and I click off, now you can see a little tighter text wrap around this. And so you can kind of, you know, readjust this once you have your text in here and see how you want the text to wrap. But that's basically how you do it. Bring in a photo, select the photo, assign it a wraparound bounding box, and then grab your pen tool and start popping lines or popping points around these lines. Then get your direct selection tool and start moving those lines and kind of creating the shape. And then once you do that, the text will wrap around that shape. That is it. That's how you create a text wrap in Adobe InDesign.